Welcome to Efficiency and Organization's YouTube channel. My name is Rosanna and I'm going to talk to you about some marketing and ideas for how you could grow your business if you are in the financial sector or the insurance sector. On my website, I talk about having organization, having time management skills, having very good efficiencies put in place so you can accomplish a lot in life and be successful. I have 6 focus areas, and this video has to do with my small business owner area. I have a separate page specifically for small business owners, but one of the things I've learned over the years is the more organized I am, the more planned, the better, more successful I can be. So the reason I decided to do this video is because back when I was 17 years old, I was still in high school, I was a senior, I got a job to work in the insurance industry. So I got a job and I stayed with it all throughout my years in college until I got my bachelor's degree. Then when I graduated, I went off on my own. I said I'm going to be my own broker. And so some of the things that I had learned about marketing, advertising, growing a business, I kind of took with me, and I coupled the insurance with in the financial industry, like loans and a little bit of consulting. I did a little bit of like tax and bookkeeping things, so financial things and also insurance. I combined them both. I still have the business, but I'm not growing it anymore. I just have my established book of clients who I take care of year after year, and that's where I want to leave it, because now I have my other business writing for efficiency and organization, and I'm writing books, and I'm like really happy with that. On top of that, I am a public school principal, so that also takes a huge chunk of my time. When I started with my financial and insurance business, I needed a little bit of seed money, as most people do. So rather than going to investors, I didn't even know how to go to investors. I got a small business administration loan, SBA loan. I got $15,000. It was easy to get because I was a woman, I was minority. So they like to give these loans to women. They're called microloans because they're small. I believe if it's under 50,000, they call them microloans. I happen to go to my local credit union, but I heard that you can also go to any bank, like Bank of America, US Bank, whichever banking institution you currently have, and they'll be able to help you. I used that money, it wasn't much, but I used that money to build my book of business. So some of the ideas that I'm going to share with you are completely free. They're just going to take some time from you. Others do cost money, but I'm going to tell you what I did and how I grew my businesses so you could try some of the strategies that you haven't tried previously. I know from speaking with friends who are still doing insurance and are in the financial industry that the business, growing it through social media for those markets is not as effective. You could build relevance though. That's a huge on social media once a week. Try to post comments and likes on what people are putting out there. Why? Because that's going to help you to develop trust with your audience, and your audience can one day be your clients, especially if they're local people that you're connected with. Using social media, be sure to put educational content, because that's going to help establish you yourself as an expert in the field. It's all about developing trust. That's one thing I learned being in the industry, is people have to trust you because they're trusting you with something big. Insurance is like a huge thing, you know. They have to be able to trust that you're going to give them a good policy. Or even in the financial industry, they have to trust that whatever it is that you're doing with their money, you're doing it the right way. So if you share information, educational information, they're going to really trust you as an expert in the field. So in the beginning, when you don't really have a book of business, you don't have clients, what you want to do is your friends, your co-workers from the past, people you know, like family members, church members, people in your circles, they need to be going on some kind of an Excel sheet, because you want to be able to contact them once a month. You could send like a one-page newsletter, nothing fancy, but being again like at the forefront of their thoughts is going to help. Attend as many functions as you can. So whether you're invited to church functions, to bunco games, you're invited to poker games, attend, because the idea is to meet people and then find out about them, learn about them, and then also just to let them know what you do. Give them a business card. Because the one thing I learned in the insurance and financial industry is for some people, it took 2-3 years for them to contact me, but they contacted me. When I was trying to establish my book of business from nothing, from scratch, the one thing that I did, I used a lot of my SBA loan money that I had for mail outs, and that was huge for me personally. That helped tremendously. I got homes of like basically name of a homeowner and the address, and I sent mailers out. And mailers could be very expensive. The postage alone is very expensive, and I put stamps. I didn't do like the pre-sorted mail because I realized that when I put a stamp, people's likelihood of tearing and opening and getting my letter was more higher than if it was to be pre-sorted, because they get enough pre-sorted, they just kind of throw it away as junk mail. But when they saw like an actual stamp, they was like, oh, who is this? You know, it made more of a difference. And the thing that I loved about mailers was they kept my information. Another thing that I did was I went to like the Contractor State Licensing Board site and I just looked up contractors' information. I started with A, like 1 week I would look at the A's, next week I would look at the B's, next week I would look at the C's. And people who were in like a 50-mile radius of me, I sent them a letter. And what helped with that was a lot of these people would keep that, and when the time was right for them, that's when they would contact me. To be like really organized and efficient in my business, one of the things I did was I made it a goal, like one appointment once a week with an organization near me where I could go and give like a talk to the employees. So let's say once a week they have like their meeting. I would go up there just for 5 minutes. I would usually take donuts or something to the employees, and I would say, hi, I just want you to know I'm here locally. These are the kinds of things I do. If you ever need help, let me know. One thing that I never did, but I know that where I used to work in the insurance agency, it worked tremendously well, was buying leads. There are companies out there that would sell leads. Developing relationships with business developers, commercial lenders, that's going to be huge also. Again, that takes time because so many agents out there, so many people in the financial field target them and send them information. So you're going to have to find a way to stand out from the crowd. Like, what sets you apart? What is it that that person's going to pick you for to refer clients versus somebody else? But those are really good sources of referrals. And the last thing I wanted to tell you was one thing that really helped me was working with people who were also in the similar industry, but we like referred business to each other. And it helped both of us in the field. The person succeeded and I succeeded. In the beginning, a lot of money went towards trying to get new clients. But as the years went on, I spent less and less time and money on trying to get new clients because it was already established. So then it just became a matter of using my existing clients to try to get more clients, or using my existing clients to like tell them about other products, other services. And so that became like key over time. So on my website, I'm gonna post an infographic with 26 ideas, things that I did to grow my business, and then also maybe some of the things I didn't do, but I know for a fact other friends did that did help them grow their businesses. I will share the link to that in this video so you can see, because in the video I didn't cover as many. I covered some of the main ones, the general ones, but there are some other ideas that you could take advantage of. On the website, I strongly suggest you subscribe because I send out a newsletter. Like, it gives you very good strategies on how to be organized in every aspect of life. For example, everything I'm talking about today. If you're organized and you're well managed with your time, you will be able to do these things effectively. I appreciate you being with me today, and I will catch you in the next video.